Most buyers choose the Glock 43X or SIG Sauer P365 based on how they feel at the store counter. That is where the mistake starts. Dry firing in a shop does not tell you what happens when your grip is rushed, your clothing prints, or snappy recoil makes you hate range practice. This video is about the 7 carry pistols owners quickly regret buying and end up trading in. You will see why these famous platforms fail real-world carry discipline, including one hugely popular slimline pistol near the top of the list that traps owners in an expensive aftermarket magazine headache. Number 7. Kimber Micro 9. Most buyers who leave the gun store with this pistol were seduced by craftsmanship before considering the daily carry routine. On the glass counter, a miniature 1911 with an aluminum frame and a crisp single-action trigger feels like a major upgrade over a standard polymer pistol. It carries nostalgia and looks exceptional in the hand, but that classic aesthetic is precisely where the trap snaps shut. Once the honeymoon fades at the range, the mechanical reality of shrinking an older architecture into a micro-compact footprint causes immediate friction. The reason comes down to tight manufacturing tolerances. Shrunken metal frames demand strict maintenance discipline and frequent lubrication just to cycle reliably, while modern polymer pistols easily shrug off pocket lint and neglected cleaning schedules. This platform is far more sensitive to daily carry debris. Feeding reliability can also become finicky when introducing aggressive defensive hollow points with wide bullet profiles. Add the cognitive load of disengaging a manual thumb safety under the stress of a fast draw, and the complexity becomes obvious. You gain effortless concealment and a fantastic trigger break. In return, you trade away ammunition tolerance, maintenance forgiveness, and simplicity under pressure. For traditionalists willing to invest heavy training volume and strict cleaning regimens into their habits, this is the specialized defensive tool that rewards precision. The right buyer for this is the dedicated 1911 shooter, not the everyday citizen looking for a low-maintenance carry piece. That argument stands up. But if this pick was built around classic craftsmanship, our next pistol takes the exact opposite approach, with polymer and a budget price tag, yet still ends up traded in. Number 6. Taurus GX4. The entry price tag gets all the attention in the display case, but the real cost of ownership shows up after your third trip to the range. Offering a factory capacity of 11 rounds inside a micro-compact footprint at a price around $350 makes the buyer math hard to ignore. Why spend hundreds more when you get double-stack firepower for a fraction of the cost? That attraction is why so many carriers walk out with one, only to trade it back in months later. Here is what backs that up. While the ergonomics feel natural during a retail dry fire test, the live fire experience tells a different story. Because the polymer frame is exceptionally lightweight, there is very little mass to absorb the firing impulse. That translates directly into a sharp, snappy recoil arc that hits the palm hard and forces you to rebuild your grip between follow-up shots. Over a long-range session, that harsh feedback turns practice into a chore, discouraging the regular live fire discipline required for carry confidence. Add in community debate regarding inconsistent factory quality control, and the compromises become obvious. You gain impressive capacity and effortless concealment at a budget price. In return, you trade away shooting comfort, refinement under recoil, and component longevity. This is the entry-level defensive tool for budget-conscious carriers who need immediate protection, but it is a frequent trade-in for owners who eventually want the superior recoil damping of mid-tier alternatives. That trade-off matters more after 6 months on the belt than on purchase day. And if snappy recoil can undermine a promising striker-fired pistol, the stakes get even higher when we shrink the footprint further and move into deep pocket concealment. Number 5. Ruger LCP Max. When this pistol hit the market, it felt like an engineering magic trick. For years, the original Pocket 3080 was the gold standard for deep concealment, but you had to accept a meager factory capacity. Then came the Max version, cramming 10 rounds into a profile barely larger than a wallet, weighing just 10.6 ounces, and retailing around $360. Suddenly, carriers believed they could drop double-stack firepower into a front pocket and leave their standard belt rigs at home. That false sense of security is exactly why this gun frequently ends up sitting in used display cases. The problem appears the moment you try to treat this micro pistol like a primary carry gun. Because you are dealing with a microscopic grip frame and minimal slide mass, the mechanical physics work against you. Even with the relatively mild 3080 cartridge, the perceived recoil impulse is sharp and snappy. The muzzle snap wants to twist the tiny frame right out of a two-handed grip, forcing you to rebuild your purchase between follow-up shots. That harsh recoil arc is compounded by a trigger system featuring a notoriously long reset. When you run rapid defensive drills under a shot timer, that extended reset makes it dangerously easy to short-stroke the trigger, degrading your rapid-fire control. Extended range sessions with a pocket-sized microframe are physically punishing on the hand. When a defensive handgun is miserable to shoot on the flat range, owners naturally avoid practicing with it. And when regular live-fire practice stops, operational confidence disappears. You gain effortless pocket concealment and impressive capacity in a minimal footprint. In return, you trade away range ergonomics, rapid sight tracking, and comfortable training discipline. This is a brilliant dedicated backup tool for deep concealment when dress codes prohibit a belt holster. But for the citizen who buys it as a primary everyday carry piece, the physical compromises create immediate buyer remorse. That is the reality of pocket carry physics. But what happens when we step up from pocket 3080s into one of the most famous high-capacity 9mm pioneers ever built? Number 4. Springfield Armory Hellcat Micro Compact. When the Hellcat arrived, it shook up the concealed carry world by becoming a true capacity pioneer. It crammed 11 rounds into a flush-fit magazine within a 1-inch wide footprint, instantly outclassing older single-stack designs on the spec sheet. That initial magazine advantage, combined with rock-solid out-of-the-box reliability and an attractive retail price around $650, made it an overnight sales sensation. But today, used gun display cases are overflowing with them. The reason comes down to basic physics and how the gun behaves during extended range training. Because the frame is exceptionally lightweight and the slide mass is minimal, all of that 9mm energy has nowhere to hide. It transfers directly into the shooter's palm with a sharp, snappy recoil arc that aggressively flips the muzzle upward on every pull. Fighting that muzzle rise to get your front sight back on target requires a crush grip and serious training discipline. The factory flat trigger adds another layer of difficulty for average shooters. While it breaks cleanly, it features a distinct heavy wall that frequently causes less experienced carriers to pull their shots low and left when working under stress or on a shot timer. Furthermore, the boxy grip geometry and aggressive pyramid texturing that feel secure on a short defensive draw turn into an abrasive physical chore during a 200-round range session. You gain class-leading initial capacity, excellent concealment, and proven mechanical reliability. In return, you trade away shooting comfort, rapid sight tracking, and effortless control under recoil. This is a dependable defensive tool for carriers who prioritize maximum firepower and a minimal footprint over shooting comfort. But for the average citizen looking for a forgiving training companion, that harsh shooting impulse leads directly to buyer remorse and a trip back to the trade-in counter. That covers our capacity pioneer. We are halfway through our countdown, moving away from pocket pistols and micro compacts into the top 3 premium duty style and slimline giants that dominate carry debates today. The stakes get much higher from here, leading straight to a number 1 pick that will surprise a lot of Glock owners. Number 3. SIG Sauer P320X Compact. The sales pitch for this handgun is one of the most compelling in modern firearms history, because the firearm is built around a removable, serialized steel fire control chassis. The buyer is sold on the dream of ultimate modularity. You are told that a single investment around $730 lets you swap grip modules, change calibers, and modify slide lengths at will. Add in an exceptional factory flat trigger that breaks cleanly at 90 degrees, a 15+1 factory capacity, and excellent grip ergonomics, and it is easy to see why so many walk out of the showroom with one. Yet, it sits near the top of our trade-in list for a very specific reason: the modularity hangover. Once the excitement of swapping plastic grip frames wears off, and the daily reality of concealed carry sets in, the physical geometry of the platform becomes a burden. To accommodate that removable internal modular chassis, the slide and polymer frame are noticeably thicker and taller than dedicated everyday carry designs. Measuring over 1.3 inches wide, with a high-bore axis and a top-heavy slide profile, this pistol feels substantial inside the waistband. When summer arrives and clothing layers shed, that thick, blocky profile prints heavily against a covering garment, turning daily concealment into a constant wardrobe frustration. Furthermore, ongoing consumer debate and endless internet discussions regarding mechanical drop safety and platform complexity have created a lingering trust gap for carriers who prefer appendix carry. You gain an outstanding shooting experience, class-leading trigger feel, and unmatched platform versatility. In return, you trade away everyday carry comfort, slimline concealment, and simplicity. This is a brilliant duty-style training handgun and an exceptional choice for winter carry under heavy jackets. But for the average citizen wanting a comfortable, effortless companion for 365 days a year, the physical bulk eventually drives them back to the used gun counter. And while the X Compact is getting traded away for being too thick and bulky, our number 2 pistol is being dumped onto the used market for the exact opposite reason. Number 2. Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield M 2.0. Most people think they know what to make of this one. It is a modern legend with a track record that speaks for itself, yet today, it is being abandoned in record numbers. For years, this was the gold standard for civilian concealed carry. It built an unshakable reputation by surviving grueling reliability tests and offering a razor-thin profile that vanished under a summer shirt. If you asked an instructor what to buy, this was the default answer. But what built its reputation in the past is exactly what makes it a trade-in casualty today. This is not a victim of mechanical failure. It is a victim of rapid obsolescence. The reason comes down to basic magazine architecture. The platform is restricted to an outdated single-stack design, offering a factory capacity of just 7 or 8 rounds. When this pistol originally launched, everyday carriers gladly accepted 7 or 8 rounds of 9mm in exchange for a thin grip that did not print. But the engineering landscape has completely shifted. Today, modern stack-and-a-half micro compacts fit 10 to 13 rounds into the exact same belt footprint. When an owner evaluates their carry setup and realizes they are packing almost half the ammunition of a modern platform while dealing with the exact same grip length and weight, the daily math stops making sense. From a shooting standpoint, that translates directly to range fatigue. The ultra-thin grip that feels so effortless to conceal creates a concentrated focal point for recoil. Because there is less surface area to spread out the energy of the cartridge, the firing impulse feels sharp and snappy in the web of the hand. The aggressive factory grip texturing keeps the gun anchored in your palm, but combined with that muzzle snap, it turns an extended training session into an abrasive core. You gain proven reliability, effortless concealment, and rock-bottom pricing on the used market around $500. In return, you trade away modern capacity, shooting comfort, and platform evolution. This is the bulletproof defensive tool for budget-conscious carriers who prioritize absolute reliability and thin concealment over modern firepower. The record is real, but time and technology have simply left the single-stack architecture behind. And that brings us to the top of our list, where we finally close the loop on the most popular slimline carry gun in America, and the expensive aftermarket trap that forces owners to sell it. This is the one everything else on this list was building toward. Number 1. Glock 43X MOS. Why would the most recommended, most popular concealed carry pistol in America sit at the very top of a trade-in list? If you listen to standard gun shop folklore, this gun is untouchable. It offers legendary simplicity, universal holster support, an optic-ready slide, and a slim profile that vanishes inside the waistband, retailing around $485. Yet display cases at used gun shops are routinely flooded with them. The reason is not a factory defect. It is the aftermarket magazine trap and the physical reality of slimline recoil. The frustration starts with the spec sheet. Out of the box, the factory magazine holds just 10 rounds. In a market where competing micro-compacts offer 12 or 15 rounds in the exact same footprint, owners immediately feel shortchanged. To fix that perceived weakness, buyers spend hundreds of dollars on third-party metal magazines promising 15 rounds without adding grip length. That is where the headache begins. Because the factory magazine catch is polymer, inserting hard steel magazines rapidly chews up the catch, forcing the owner to install an aftermarket metal catch. Once you start altering the geometry of the feeding system, that legendary factory reliability frequently evaporates. Carriers suddenly experience failure to feed stoppages, premature slide lock issues, and sensitivity to specific defensive hollow points. What started as a reliable defensive tool turns into an expensive troubleshooting experiment. Even if you leave the gun bone stock, the shooting dynamics catch many buyers off guard. Because the frame is thin and lightweight, there is minimal surface area to spread out the cartridge energy across your palm. Combined with slick factory polymer texturing, the pistol produces a sharp, snappy recoil impulse that wants to twist in the hand during rapid fire. You gain exceptional slimline comfort, optic-ready convenience, and undisputed factory reliability if you leave the platform bone stock. In return, you trade away modern factory capacity, shooting comfort under rapid fire, and aftermarket magazine tolerance. This is a brilliant slimline carry tool for those who accept it as a factory 10-round platform, but a major source of buyer regret and financial loss for those who spend hundreds trying to modify it into something it was never designed to be. That case stands up. When you buy a concealed carry pistol based entirely on retail showcase aesthetics or internet hype, you are setting yourself up for seller's remorse. A handgun can have a flawless institutional record and still be the complete wrong fit for your daily life, your wardrobe, and your hands. Which hyped carry pistol did you buy based on internet reviews or counterfeel that you ended up trading in, and what reliable platform replaced it on your belt? Let us know in the comments below. Next time, we are putting two of the most popular micro-compacts head-to-head to see which one actually survives a 1,000-round defensive course without a single stoppage. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss that comparison when it drops.